What's going on? Happy Saturday. I just cleaned up a good chunk of the apartment. Everything it's in line to some degree. We got an excessive heat warning outside. So yeah, like it's sun's just coming out, but it's like almost 1 o'clock. It's hot as shit. Essentially, it's like 100 heat index, like 120, something like that. But we went to the gym and I did. By the way, my sister drew this, or painted this, which is freaking nuts. I did a elliptical, just 1 hour, and I kept my heart rate like super low. It was like in the 120s, something like that, and just did like a full hour. Of course, what they had on the TV, which I thought was hilarious, is I'm sitting there and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right? So on the TV, that's like right above my face, like at the gym, massive light, so it's kind of a shitty thing at like 8 a.m. But they had the Eagles Commanders game. I was about to say Redskins. Eagles Commanders game. The Monday night football game that I went to last year. Eagles were 8-0 going in. They were undefeated. That was their first loss. That was the game that I was there. I was in Philly. We were at the game, and I'm like, you're making me relive this fucking game. It was like the most just like, they could have totally won, and I was like, why? It's one of those games that just had a bad game, but it was like, I don't want to relive this. I just want to forget about that, put it in the past, put the Super Bowl loss in the past, and go on next year. But either way, the leg's feeling a little bit better, which I talked about in like the last videos, and we're getting there. So I got a couple things. This week's gonna be a lot of filming. Monday market's closed, so I'm actually excited to get a lot of film stuff, other channels, not this channel, other stuff that I have to do, other work-related stuff I have to do. I want to get that stuff done. About to hit a half a Kind bar and a Premier Protein. I had breakfast a few minutes ago, or about a couple hours ago. But that's it. I mean, just gonna be kind of recovering. I'll still probably, when I say recovering, I'll still go to the gym. Good chance I'll go to the gym tomorrow. The thing is, I will most likely keep it to something light or obese strength focused. So, I mean, obviously it won't be like running or anything, but I want to get back as soon as possible to running again. The question is just, when will my body feel good? And when I start doing that, I think I'm gonna prioritize the trail runs on the weekends, but like slow. So I might, when I do my first one back, I'll go 5 miles, which is like one loop around this trail. Then I might go like 7 or 8 miles. And then I might go 10 the next time. And just kind of like, we'll climb back up the ladder. That's what we were doing, but I just want to do it nice and easy because I don't want to hurt myself, because then you can't run. And where is that going to get you, right? In terms of prepping for the race. So that's where we're at. I don't know if I'll have anything else until the week starts. Last week's videos were too long, so I split them into 2. So if you want to see the last 2 videos, one's like more trading and market focused, and the other is more training, running, injury talk focused. So that is up on the channel already. All right, what's going on, guys? Leaving the gym Monday. It is Juneteenth, so market is closed. We got a lot to do though in terms of work, video stuff that I wanted to get done, other stuff that I had to do, other work I had to do. So it's gonna be a good day. These are kind of good days. I really enjoy them because there's absolutely no reasons to look at it. I mean, yeah, I guess you could look at charts to review stuff. I already reviewed my stuff from last week on Friday because I wasn't really happy with it, and I really kind of figured out the mistakes that I made pretty quickly after on Friday afternoon. But yeah, it's time. I think it's a good time though to get ahead and to, like, you know, not look at charts and to kind of relax. So we'll see what happens, but we got a nice short week coming up, so excited to get going. Some things need to be said. Just left the gym, did cardio because I can't really run. I'm trying to rest the leg for a bit. I can, but I don't want to hurt it more. Lady is smoking by her car after working out. Like, some things just make no fucking sense, and that's one of them. Back at the desk, a couple things that just went down that I want to pull up and talk about really quick. Not the cleanest, I understand. Massive move here on Tesla. I didn't play the best contracts, but ended up being a nice trade that worked out. I actually entered in earlier here on this flag break, or kind of a flag break, this high break on this 5-minute resistance. Got above, came back, actually was slightly red, then it went nuts, and I just sold into this move, like, not up here obviously, but into that high of the day push. Really nice, ended up working out. One thing that I will say that I did do that was not, that the idea made sense now, and it validated my original kind of thesis. So I played half a size on this. So here's AMD, and AMD, I decided to take this trade where we broke this low, right? AMD's got a really nice, it's actually been downtrend the past couple of days. So on this low break, I wanted to play for the downside. The problem was the S&P, everything had essentially already been in free fall and had been just going down, down, down a lot, relatively speaking, at the time. Then AMD was like late to the party to break out and have downside. So the reason why I was skeptical is like, okay, we just saw a huge downside. So what if the S&P bounces back and consolidates? Is that going to give me a high probability, or is that going to add applied pressure to the market sentiment to push this thing down further? Probably not. And it ended up going 5% in my favor on the options and then immediately backed as it stopped me out. So I'm not going to trade laggers. This is an example of a lagger. Market was down, down, down. This was holding up and then it broke down, but it broke down late relative to everything else, which just validates why I will not be trading that ever again. A couple other things. The Robinhood, I just ended up selling some covered calls on BITO, or covered call on BITO. I threw a couple lines out on TMF because yields are coming down, which means TMF is going up. It's my recession hedge. Threw some lines out for next month. Silver is down a ton, which is why the portfolio is down. So check it out. So yeah, we're down about 122 on the day on this portfolio. Why? AGQ is down like 8%, which is pretty decent. Silver is getting crushed. So I was looking to see if I could sell a covered call, and like I'm thinking about it. The only problem that I have is I got to go out about a month out to July 21st. That's the expiration. The only problem is that, like, you know, I don't want to sell a covered call on a red day that's down 8%. You know what I mean? Ideally, at least it'd be flat. So, you know, I can go, and I want to be more aggressive with these covered calls because I do want to exit this at some point. So, you know, I can sell a 35 covered call for like 25 cents. We get paid 25 bucks. I could, ideally, you know, I'll do one this week, but ideally the range of the stock the past, you know, couple months hit 36. So 35 covered call makes sense. Ideally though, I would love to see this thing, you know, have a nice green day to do that. That's a plan with AGQ. But yeah, sold a BITO covered call, 17 strike, out 2 weeks. And then I got a couple other lines in the water over here, but that's it, man. We're just chilling. Got a lot of buying power. If I want to use margin, I could, but I'm not going to do that because I just don't need to. I'm already on some, so I'm good. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But I mean, from today I think I took way too many trades because I had IWM ended up being a loss, and then I took it again and ended up being, I made back the loss. And then my last contract hit my trailing stop loss. So it ended up, could have been a bigger, it would have been, should have been a bigger win than the loss. So that's good risk reward, right? But I'm having the trailing stop loss hit, so it ended up being flat essentially. So essentially break even there, had the AMD test, and then I had the Tesla, and then I had, I think, a Meta, which is too much, it's too much, but it ended up worked. But ideally I'd like to consolidate that down and just go heavier on the higher probabilities. Like this Tesla would have been freaking sick had it had been the only trade of the day, or like the second one of the day, and then that would have been just, you know, nice fat size, boom, hit it, quit it, and move on. That's something we're working on. But it's a green day, is a green day. You know, we can take these lessons and move on, and we'll learn from them. That's the plan. See how the rest of the week goes. We got Powell testifying, House and Congress the next 2 days. So at like 10 a.m. Eastern, so I'm probably just gonna let that kind of play out and not fuck with that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, did you eat your lunch? Oh my goodness. Look at you. Look at this. That's almost a clean lick dish. You forgot one. You forgot one guy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. You're a beast. You're a beast. Look at you. It's funny. She hated this crate until we took out the foam mattress. Now she loves it. Yeah. Now it's the chef's time to cook up a little mini feast for lunch. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we're working with here today. Start us off with the starches, the carbs. We got 2 russet potatoes. We're gonna toss those, we're gonna chop them up, little cubes, diced, and we're gonna air fry those bad boys. We then got 3 just lonely eggs over there. I'll add some egg whites to that, but that's what we got right there. Then come over here. These, you know when you look at grapes, right? And I mean, maybe you don't, but you just know. Look at, I don't know if it's the right phrasing to describe a grape as tight, but you know what I mean? That look of like the skin is tight, you know, it's not loose, it's not saggy. These are just some plump, not plump, they're nice and small, but they're tight grapes. And that is what I absolutely love. I could take this entire package down right now. Gotta really get in there, massage that olive oil, the seasoning, salt, pepper. Into the air fryer it goes. Pop this bad boy on. I don't know, I just do fries and take it out whenever I think it's done. Key here, same bowl that I used for the potatoes, put the eggs in there, seasoned up, plus I add a shit ton of salt and pepper as well. Now, you may be wondering, why would you be having eggs for lunch? Well, the thing is, I didn't have eggs for breakfast today. I actually came home from the gym, had a protein shake and a bagel. I honestly wasn't that hungry. With some peanut butter and honey on it, and a strawberry, one singular strawberry, and that was it. So I essentially eat 3 eggs a day, like every single day. Is that on purpose? Am I trying? Like, no, but I just freaking love eggs. So yeah, so I'm getting my eggs in, and they're good for you. High cholesterol, the good kind, and that's the only side effects I've noticed. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you still hungry? Yeah. Yeah. Are you still hungry? Woo! Crazy. Honey hugs. Honey hugs. No, don't bite. Those are new shorts. The biggest thing that I have been told to do, or at least been trying to do. Holy shit! She almost took down the grapes. Oh, I don't even get that high. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, this is not a toy. Thank you. Good drop. The biggest thing that we've been trying to do is more of like the positive association. Now, here's the thing. I don't know about you guys, but we grew up, many of us, with my dogs, my parents, with, dogs being a bitch, gets a little slap, gets a little yell, gets a no. Now it's more of like, I feel like from what you're learning on trainers and stuff, by the way, these grapes are honestly not as tight as I thought, which is kind of throwing me off. Oh, fuck this looking dog. That's a dish towel. Can we get a drop? Drop it. Honey. Honey. Drop it. Drop it. You can see this is gonna go very well. Yep. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Little wide angle. Honey. Drop the towel. Yes. Good girl. Look at that. But that's what I was trying to say. Now it's like, they're doing something bad, no attention. They do something good, yes, good. Instead of the yell or give them a little slap on the ass. That's what my dogs got. And hey, they weren't the best behaved dogs. Maybe there's something to be said. But we're getting better. The problem now, she's getting better with potty training, like, pretty good. I'm like, maybe like an accident here or there now. Now it's the biting and the play. So now we got to teach her, what's not acceptable to play with, the towels, and then what is her toys and stuff, and the biting and stuff. So that's the next thing. But hey, we have an escape artist attempt. Oh yeah. No. Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing over here? Look at you, now you got your toy. Look at that. I think it's a stuffed animal that we just decided to give to her as a toy. She hasn't really torn up any toys, which I guess is a good thing. Yeah, you got a little mulch on your ass. You're out in the mulch. But yeah, only like nothing's been just destroyed. This has been like a little bit of a tear up job, but like not bad. So, quick check-in. They're coming along. Now, some people will think this is done. Absolutely not. These things need burnt to a crisp until that's when they're done. Okay, so here's the grape situation. I'm honestly extremely disappointed now. So here it is, and my hands are wet, but like, look at this grape, right? There's just a little too much give, a little too much mush. If you can't see that, but it's not as firm, as tight Like when you bite the skin, you want to almost like hear a pop, like boom, like you got like a little bubble burst in your mouth, and you're not getting that. It's like a soft break. These are like 6 out of 10 grapes. Fine, I'll eat them, but they're not 10 out of 10, which I don't know if anything is, but they're not a 9 out of 10 at least. I don't know if I said it here, but I've been trying to dial in the cheese and dairy consumption. The only problem is I don't really drink milk or anything, but it's tough to not add cheese to your eggs. It makes them exponentially better to a degree the more cheese you add, in my opinion. So it's tough to do, but I get like shoulder acne, not bad, but I got a couple little like spots that pop up. I'm like, it's probably not good that I'm eating cheese, but sacrifice a little taste for the acne, or do we say fuck that and just deal with it and apply some cream or some extra shit that we don't probably need to our body and eat the cheese instead? We'll probably go that route. That was semi a joke, but I am thinking about maybe getting some like anti-dandruff shampoos, which is apparently good for acne. Put on my shoulders and my back. Not like it's bad, but it's a couple spots. That's all it really is. But the cheese, man, extra protein, extra fat, some carbs. Like, how do you not take some? How do you not add it? It tastes good. I mean, it's boom. So there's the cheese. Nothing insane, just like a decent amount. Potatoes, perfect. And we're gonna throw this down with some sauces. There's the grapes too. The other part of the day is determining which sauce to go with. Barbecue sauce traditionally has a shit ton of sugar. So I go with this 10 times over. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like barbecue sauce. The sugar tastes fucking good, yes. But let's make the better choice, at least. They have some sweeteners in there. Maybe that's gonna fuck me up in long term. I don't know, give me cancer, I have no idea. Primal Kitchen though, this shit slaps. Problem is, I tear this up so fast. I've only had this a couple times and it's already halfway done. This is also really good, but I'm kind of low. It's like only down there. So we gotta be heavy on the barbecue, probably here for this meal, but that's okay. I'm not gonna complain. I go into the freezer for 1 second, and now I literally can't close it. The Texas heat's getting to her, but it's like, you just gotta get out. Like, I don't know what to do. The freezer's gonna start screaming at me here. Honey, you gotta get out of there, man. She's got her ice cube. I gave her ice. She loves ice cubes, but like, it's like, oh my God, really? All right, it's been a couple minutes. Yeah? What are you doing? Look, it beep. That's you. It's beeping at you. It's telling you to get out. It's gonna blow. Yeah. Come on, honey. Come on. Come on. You gotta get out. Yeah. Oh, my crotch. Yeah, get your toy. This is just gonna be a video of Honey, literally. This is all the video is. Too close to those shoes, you know? Too close for comfort over there. Check out this absolute sick feast of healthy proportions. We have a chicken patty. We've got some leftover pizza. We've got just straight chicken in the air fryer. And then we've got the greens, dude. I get the greens in. I get the greens. Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Incredible stuff. All air fried, except the pizza was in the oven. All right, it is now, what the fuck day is it? Wednesday. Honey is potentially on the ground eating the stand that the phone is now sitting on, but lunch, dinner, I'm actually pumped. We got a nice pork tenderloin. These things are freaking good. Ton of protein, low fat, freaking, if you cook it right, they're good. We got some oatmeal, some brown maple cinnamon oatmeal, I don't know. Steel cut. We got some leftover berries and pomegranate seeds. So those kind of like eat away the berries, but I'm gonna put a mixed bunch of that shit in to the oatmeal. As long as I don't see any mold, which I don't see, so I think we're good. I'm gonna mix a bunch of that into the oatmeal, mush it up, make it good. I have these as a backup, but I'm probably gonna save these because these are beautiful strawberries. But going off the berry approach, so my girlfriend's at work gave her this as like a little bit of a gift, if you will. Vegan protein powder. Now, I have been a whey protein kind of guy, but I do understand that with that comes potential acne and side effects, potentially. So it depends upon the person and how you react hormonally, whatever, I guess. So vegan protein powder, I've never been one to pick vegan something over whatever, that's just me. But we're gonna try it out. Now it's a strawberry shortcake. I cannot imagine, I've never heard of this brand before, but I cannot imagine this is gonna taste good. I just can't. I'll be happy to be proven wrong, but there's almost no way it does. It smells pretty freaking good. So I'll give it that, but I'm gonna call right now. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay, I have to check the angle. I got the wide angle on, so I think it should be good. Here we go. 2 pieces of ice. They're already almost melted. It's 100 degrees outside. Not that really matters, but I don't like having excessive amounts of ice if I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go with like a scoop and a half because I have a lot of water in here. So we're gonna see. Powder powder looks, what's she doing? She's in the beanbag chair. I gotta keep an eye. I mean, if I don't keep an eye, like yesterday she destroyed the rug. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Fat. Oh, there it is, fat scoop, and then I'll go with like kind of like a half. It's like not even a half. Here's a half, here's a half. Okay, so I don't know, that's probably like 3, well, 1 scoop is 140 calories, do the math on 2, be like, okay, call it 300, so I'm saying like 200-ish calories. Probably 30, 35 grams of protein, something like that, which is pretty good. Try to get 170 grams-ish a day if I can. They don't really count super close, but I just, mentally is the game plan on that. Used to track my stuff really, really closely back when I was in college and stuff, but not anymore. Because I don't think it matters, and it just takes too much mental energy to just track, and mentally you're not at a healthy relationship with food. Not that I really have a big problem with that, but it's a mess. It's not fun. Life isn't fun, right? Let's have some fun. Eat good shit, but and enjoy it, but don't keep it too strict. I still weigh myself every day though, so I generally know where my weight's at, and I know how my body's feeling, and I know if I'm gaining or losing, if I'm losing too much, and all that stuff. I like to start off with a mix with that spoon. Yeah, I'm making a mess. And then we break this bad boy out. Quick little Target run, and we pick this bad boy up. Honey's trying to get into the shot, but the frother, dude, I'm telling you, if you don't have one of these, highly recommend it. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. I hate shaker cups, which is the whole reason why I started drinking those Premier Proteins, because the shaker cup is just, you gotta refill it, it gets dirty, the ball pops around. It's like, oh my God, it takes forever just to have one protein shake. So I'm like, okay, screw this. I wanna get the ones I can just toss away when I'm done. But if you get free protein, I'm not gonna let it go to waste, right? So I figured we'd try it out. So we're kind of going up and down a little bit in here, frothing this bad boy. I don't really know what that is, what that does, to be honest. But mix it up, just mix the protein. I don't want it. Last thing you want is to taste the protein going in. That's just me. Tastes kind of gross. This mixed pretty well, man. So far, I mean, there's some, remnant developing at the top that's starting to clump up, but I'm gonna give it a true taste test right here, right now. And smells, oh, fuck that, dude. Does not smell good. No, because it has like there's like kale in there or some shit, so it has like a strawberry shortcake taste, a strawberry smell, and then you smell deeper and there's like kale, and then that just makes me want to gag. So I'm gonna give it a go. Holy fuck, dude! Dude, yo, oh my God, oh my God, that. Oh, the kale. Oh, dude. No. Because this video should become I'm not kidding, too. Yeah. That's why, dude, because there's quinoa powder, organic chia powder, organic kale leaf powder, organic broccoli stem and floret powder, organic spinach leaf powder. That's why. I mean, free protein's free protein. I'm gonna finish this, obviously, which is why when you know something does not taste good, if I was truly trying to taste test it, I would have just taken a sip and been like, oh yeah, the flavor. No, I knew it was not gonna be good, so I was gonna take down half of that cup in 2 seconds and then be like, okay, so I got two swigs and I'm out and I'm done. But yeah, to be honest with you, it's just, man, there's just like, protein doesn't, unless I'm not trying the right brands, I've tried almost all of them, you can't, like, it doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good in this form. Now I know it's water, so yeah, but I'm not gonna put it in milk and then skew the taste. Like you can't tell me it just tastes good. Or it's an enjoyable experience. Is it over exaggerating? No, because I'm gagging. But that's just me and just protein, I feel like, in general, outside of the Premier Protein little cups. But overall review, I'm sure it's good for you. I mean, it's good for you. It's got a ton of good shit. Broccoli, kale, spinach, probiotics, which is good. And I would suffer through that, hold the nose, and suffer through like a scoop of this a couple times a week, you know. But just eat meat, dude. Eat meat, eat eggs, chicken, like 10 times better. All right, so this week is in the books. We finished with a profit factor for day trades of 1.33, meaning that we are green. Better week than last, even though it was a short week in terms of our risk reward. We had a sub 1.0 average win-loss. This week we're up at 1.14. Wasn't a huge P&L week. We went 7 wins, 6 losers. But you know, it is what it is. Finished with the red day on Friday, but it was a smaller red day than the 2 big green days. And then essentially Thursday, I would call it a flat day because it was 2 for 2. It was 2 wins, 2 or 2 out of 4. 2 wins, 2 losses. But we actually were slightly green because we had better risk management. That's all it was. Robinhood portfolio, as I'm filming this right now, is sitting currently on the week. It is down almost 2%, about 192 bucks on it. There are some updates. So I want to pull these up. First things first is we sold, or we have BITL we got, which is our Bitcoin exposure. We sold a covered call last week, I believe, or beginning of this week. I forget when I exactly did that. At the 17 strike, because I have an average at 14.57, I think is the average. It's at 17.44 when I'm filming this now. So that's for next week. Chances are we get taken out there. We'll make a couple $100 in like literally a 2-week hold on our Bitcoin exposure. But you know, that's fine. Other than that, we did sell about 111 shares. I had 311 shares of TMF, which is our 3X TLT. I sold about, I don't know, $700, $800 worth of that. And then I bought about $1,000 or 30 shares of TLTW. Essentially, TLTW gets you your TLT exposure, but cash flow, monthly cash flow, and it's a really nice dividend payer. So it'll model TLT to a degree, which is what I felt was a better or a less risky approach, which is why I decided to do that. So we've got 30 shares of that. We've still got 200 shares of TMF. So if we do get a nice move in yields, which is a nice time to be heavier into the TLT plays because we are at the top of the recent range on the 10-year. Again, we could break out, sure, but it's a decent spot if you're just looking big picture. So that's that. And that's really it. So sold some covered calls. That's just the deal that we usually do if I can. Still have our AGQ silver play. We're not really, I want to sell into a run. Silver's been weak, so we haven't gotten that. But other than that, though, it's been I filmed a lot earlier this week than I kind of did. It was kind of boring on like Wednesday, Thursday, whatever days it was. But that's kind of like the updates. This thing, which is underneath here, the foot massager, got sent by a brand for free for like an Amazon thing. It's like a side thing that I don't really talk about. So they sent it me for free. I just like make a 2-minute video on it. It's actually pretty cool. So I sat in there with like 2 hours, just my feet just getting massaged and like, you know, it's a heat or two. It's gonna be great after a run, which gets me thinking, this weekend we're gonna try, see if the leg is holding up. A lot of the rehab work that I've done and stretching that I've done this week has felt good. I've really gotten in there. It's still, I could tell when I'm hitting the stairs or when I have some bigger pounding movements on the legs, it's still, I feel something. So we're gonna try tomorrow for, it's either gonna be a run or it's gonna be a hike, a walk on the 5 mile loop that I do. And the game plan is we'll see how we are there. Sunday, Monday could be nice off days. We'll see. Oh, at least rehab days. I'll go to the gym and lift or whatever, but be rehab days for the leg. I don't know if it's shin splints. I don't know if it's a stress thing. I have no idea. I'm kind of feeling it a little more in the lower knee, but it's not as bad as it was, you know, a week ago. So I haven't run this week. It's been all elliptical and bike, which was interesting. I like the elliptical more than the bike, but you know, it's what it is. So then we're gonna be ideally into July. The plan will be, if it's bad, like if I run this weekend on the trails and it's not good, the plan will be then to not run, to do elliptical only and lift only, and then rehab work only for the next week, okay? And then as we get towards like 4th of July time, we'll assess and get on the trails to start off the month of July. Honestly, as I think about it, Tuesday will be a run day, and I usually hit the trails on the weekend and then run on the roads during the week. Would be a sick day to kind of get up on 4th of July early, like 6 or 7 a.m., get out on the trails and do a nice like 5-10 mile, depends how the legs are feeling, trail run. That will be a sick way to start off the month of July, because you know we got time, but you know I do want to get, you know, I feel like I'm missing out on some really good heat training opportunities because we've got like heat advisories, heat warnings stuff. So we'll do it in the morning, but it's going to be great training so that once it cools off, the body's going to be that much more efficient. So that's the plan. Hopefully this video wasn't too long or too confusing, but that's all the updates. If you're still here, appreciate you so much. Thumbs up button, consider subscribing. These videos come out like once a week. If they're too long, I'll split up into 2, but this week I don't think it was too long. So kind of behind the scenes into what's going on. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys. Peace.